Hey, Crazy Gamer fans, welcome back to Crazy Gamers Games. I'm going to do the next unboxing for the Dungeons and Dragons adventure system that so far I've done the new one, the Mad Mage Dungeon, and then I have done the Elemental Temple, Elemental Evils, Temple of Elemental Evils, and now I'm going to do the third one, Tomb of Annihilation. And I'm going to combine these three. I'm going to make a set of rules that you can randomly generate quests through these three games. I've done a similar thing with Zombicide, Black Plague, and Green Plague, or Green Horde. And I'm going to do something similar with these three Dungeons and Dragons systems. And then I may even try to incorporate some of the elements from the other three that came out first. But all these use traps and things like that, so it's a little bit easier to group them together. So we got us a rule book here, and then we have the adventure book. Adventure book, that's going to have all your adventures in there. And then we have the monsters. See if I can zoom in on that a little bit. So we got goblins, a veg pygmy, a zorbo, velociraptor, a zombie, a skeleton key. That's funny. A Sioux monster, a fire newt, a blood guard, and then you got your villains, which is a stone juggernaut, a vegapygmy chief, Valdera shadow mantle, a giant four-armed golem, a gargoyle, Acerak, Grillzillin, Terrafolk, which is like a little pterodactyl, and then a Raz Nice. And then your heroes, you got a human druid, a Tabaxi bard, a human ranger, an Akaraka wizard, and a Sazul paladin. Now, let's take a look. We got a stack of cards. Let's open that up. I'm not going to show off any of the monster cards or anything like that. I'm just going to take a look at some of the... We got some treasure cards, more monster. They keep these decks separate, so as you progress, you add them to the game. Now, before you combine the games, I recommend playing through all the adventures in one game, and then after you played them all, then you can add them all together. So let's see what we got here. We got some sequence to play cards. 4 of those, 4 players. So we got some bard powers. We got 3 at wills. Looks like 4 daily powers. Utility powers. There are, wow, these cards are really stuck together. I recommend sleeving these. And then we got 3 utilities, so that's probably going to be pretty similar, but I want to show you the ranger here. The ranger, I believe, yeah, gets this ring of winter, and he gets to choose between one of these powers, and he gets an extra card. He's fantastic. I'll show you his main card when we get to that. So put the cards back. Let's take a look at these models. Right here's the stone juggernaut. He's a big boy. Look at that. Yeah, I don't have the painted set, but you know, I might get some paint on these. These are primer coat. They have a new contrast paint coming out from Games Workshop. It's supposed to be like a 1-coat paint that makes things look battle ready. So I might, you know, try to throw that through the airbrush or whatnot and do some paint on these guys. Let's see what we got here. We got, these look like regular monsters. This guy looks like the skeleton key right here. This guy looks like your skeleton key. You can hold them up. skeleton key right there. This looks like that's your blood guard, brood guard. This guy right here is your Sue monster. Right there is your plain old skeleton. And then this guy right here is your fire newt. Let's see, who else do we have in this? Oh, and we got your chilling zombies here. Right there's your zombie. So that's, and then there's, I believe there's 4 of each of those. And then we'll look at some of these villains here. We got the 4-armed gargoyle. Then we got the gorilla like a giant ape with 4 arms, basically. Let's see what we got here. This looks like the pterodactyl folk, the pterofolk. You get 2 of those. And what's nice about this, you can have these villains in the monster cards. You don't always fight them as villains. Later on in the game, they show up just randomly to ruin your day, which is an aspect I love about this game. This right here is the Shadow Mantle. Right there. It's another villain. This little big guy right here, look how tiny that guy is. That's your Vega Pygmy Chief. That tiny little guy, you crush him with a hammer. And then, oh, that's just one model. That guy right there is Acerak. He might be the big boss. And then we have this Rosny, little mummy with a snake armor body, maybe. Not sure about that. And then let's see here. Of course, you get your 20-sided die. Basically, the whole thing runs off a 20-sided die. Well, here's your heroes. This would be your druid. Then we have your human ranger. And then we have the paladin. Then we have the wizard and the bard. And let's see what else we got here. And then, yeah, these are going to be, this is going to be your little goblins, the little baby velociraptors, and your Vegapygmy. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but that's how I pronounce it. Vegapygmy. So that is the miniatures and the cards. Let's just sit this over here. And let's pull out this mighty stack of cardboard here. There you can see the back of the box, little layout there. All right, well, right off the top here, it shows us. So these 4 of the heroes. You got the bard, you got Dragon Bait. I love that name. Just use them for that name. We have another one in one of the other boxes, Rat Shadow. Another one I just use automatically because of the name. Now this can be played with multiple people, but it's also very fun solo. You can play as 1 character, 4 characters, 2, 3. However many characters you feel comfortable running. I have played all the games but the Mad Mage solo with 4 characters and solo with 1 or 2 through basically all the missions. And basically, that's the level 2 side. So we'll look at the level 1 side of these heroes. Basically, right here on Dragon Bait, at the start of the hero phase, you may end 1 condition on your hero before it activates. That's good if you got one of them disadvantages or things like that. Then the bard, when enter a square containing a trap, you do not trigger the trap on a roll of 5 or higher. Cat's agility. And then here is the Human Ranger. He has the Ring of Winter. You receive 2 extra daily powers chosen among the Ring of Winter daily powers. And then he gets his normal. He gets Bookmark, 1 at will power, 2 utility powers. Then he has the 2 Ring of Winter daily powers and 1 daily power. So that guy gets kitted out. I like him. And then we have the Druid. Instead of attacking, you may place the Kupaloo token adjacent to your hero. Find the Kupaloo ally card and place it with the rest of the monster cards you control. The Kupala activates first in step 3 of your villain phase. So you get a little helper, basically, little helper, and then you flip them over to activate level 2. And then the newer ones, the new one has you being able to level up to level 5, which would work with the heroes from this game, and from Elemental, because it's just a level up token. I did an unboxing of that, so you could check out and see the tokens. And basically, we have these level up tokens for the different ports. You got your safe trap tokens, and this is more of your jungle terrain. They all say dungeon tile on the back, but that's your jungle terrain. And then here we go. Here's a look at some of the villains. So this is the wizard. My bad. He's almost the same color as that. His is flight. When moving, you may spend 2 move points to move 1 tile as though you were a monster. You may do this as often as you like. And he's got 6 moves, so you can basically attack somebody and move 3 tiles and get out of there. Nothing's getting you after that if you got a place to go. And then you got the villains, Great Ape, Narakia, the Veggie Pigma Chieftain, which is apparently some kind of plant. And then on the back you have the Stone Juggernaut. Well, they're just falling out, aren't they? You got the Stone Juggernaut, Raznashi, the four-armed gargoyle, and the Stone Juggernaut. So then we have your dungeon start tile and your cavern start tile. This is a healing surge you can buy for one-time use. Turn that out. You're getting a lot of glare from that. That's a healing surge. You can buy that and use it one time and then it's gone. And then we have more outdoor tiles and tokens. Outdoor tiles and tokens. And traps. More outdoor tiles, tokens, and traps. And if you look on these, it's hard to see, but the X's are the traps. The little symbol for the game is monsters. And this little diamond part right here, that's a treasure. So you put a treasure chest on that. You end your turn next to it, you get a treasure card. You draw 2 and you get 1. And then this is an ambush token, ambush spot. Encounter card you draw will act upon that. So let's see more. Oh, here we go. I got a dungeon tile this time, and some more outdoor tiles, more traps, upgrades, and then more dungeon. Now it looks like we're all on dungeon. And see, here's your treasure tokens, and this is a more powerful deadly trap that you draw a trap card for. More upgrade tokens from a different location. Let's see here. So more dungeon tokens, trap tokens, basically tokens. And another look at those dungeons. Oh, nope, that's outdoor. I'm sorry. That's outdoor tokens, or dungeon tiles. And then we have some more larger ones. This looks like the ruin and the clearing. They're 2-sided. So outdoor. And then we have the big bad boss, Akarak. And then looks like we got some walls. And then we have the shadow mantle on the other side. So we got that. And then we have some more dungeon. And these look like some kind of mirror portal. I cannot remember how that works for the life of me. It's been a while. and then another double tile for the dungeons, and then some pass without a trace tokens, web. These are part of spell cards, and some more of the deadly traps down here. But that's it for this game, and that's it for the unboxing. I'm working on this rule set to where you can take a hero from any of the games. Let's say, for example, you take the ranger here, and he's a ranger, and you would pull out all the ranger cards that are skills for that are all ranger, that all say ranger, and you can pick from any. When it says a ranger at willpower, you can choose from all the ranger cards. Same thing with biters, paladins. I know the bard and the druid, they only have the one game that they've been released in, but you know, I'm working on how to scale it, and eventually I'm going to even be able to pull back from cards that were in the first couple of games, heroes from the first couple of games. So I'm working on the rule set. Stay tuned. Once I get it done, I'll do some demos of how it randomly generates and things like that. But I hope you enjoyed this unboxing for Crazy Gamers Games. I'm the Crazy Gamer. Everyone have a great day.